Vice President Yemi Osinbajo on Tuesday said Nigeria must remain a united country because we are stronger together than apart. He said the cries of justice, fairness and equity by communities must be attended to within the same union. According to a statement by a senior special assistant on media and publicity, Laolu Akonde, the vice president spoke in his hometown, Ikenne, Ogun State, where he revalidated his membership of the ruling All Progressives Congress. The statement was titled, "We must and we will attend to cries of communities for justice," says Osinbajo. Osinbajo spoke at a time where there are increasing agitations from ethnic groups for the breakup of the country. But the vice president said Nigerians must resist such attempts to destroy the country's unity. We must resist any attempts to destroy any unity of this country. Our people have lived and worked together for decades, even centuries. Why we must attend to the cries of communities and cries of our people for justice, equity and fairness. We can do so within this same union. Ultimately, we are stronger together than apart. The statement quoted Osinbajo as saying, on the security challenges being witnessed across the country, Osinbajo said the present regime was placing emphasis on technology for surveillance and intelligence gathering. He expressed the hope that the recent appointment of new service chiefs will lead to fresh strategies to tackle insurgency in the northeast as well as banditry and kidnapping in another parts of the country. Ogun State Governor Dapo Abiodun, Niger State Governor Sani Bello, Senator Lawal Shaibu, and a former governor of Ogun State, Olusegun Oshoba, among others, attended the events. They have gone there to read speeches. You know, recently Nnamdi Kanu said that no matter what, that there's going to be unrest until the country is divided. But when you hear this kind of people speak, it hurts someone because all of these things they are saying is contrary to what they do in reality. It is contrary because they keep on doing the same thing over and over again, but they will come and tell you that we are good together, we are good to be united together. They don't want you to talk about this thing. But the question is that if you want people to be together, you don't want people to be talking here and there about this breakup, you know what to do. They will tell you to do it, you will not do it, and you expect people to say yes sir, all correct. How do we trust this kind of system? How do you expect people to continue to believe this kind of system? How do you think that they will not want to look the other way? All of them can say all of these things because they are enjoying, they are benefiting from this whole thing. Do you know how much the vice president is receiving? Do you know how much they have budgeted for their feeding? Do you know? Does he have problem with electricity? Does he have problem with bad roads? Does he have problem with feeding? Does he have problem with training his children? He does not have a problem whatsoever. He does not buy anything, whether things are expensive or not. To lie. Even after if he will leave office, they are still going to be paying them. See, good luck, Jonathan. There, you think it's just like that? It's just going without being paid. They are still being paid. They are still being paid heavily. So they don't know all of this, so they can come. You know, it's a aid special, whatever the special aid on publicity and media. They will write all these speeches for them. Even that is a special advisor on media. That one will still have people who are working for him. They will still have like that. They don't even do anything. They will still write all this for them. Yeah, go and read it. Read it for them. Shane and we say they won't hear be that. Shane and we say they won't hear be that. So all of them coming out, you can never see all the problems, all the challenges that the masses are going through. They don't in any way go through all of those. They don't. So what do you expect them to say? The way the country is favoring them, because the more the country is like this, the more they get more money. Let them change all these humongous salaries and what they have set aside for themselves. They will not agree. When some people come out to tell them that you have to remove this what is it called, this constitution, they will say, oh, it has nothing to do with anything. Well, Nigeria is stronger in poverty, Abi. Don't mind that that man. They should use his face and leave. Okay, picture. Okay, somebody is using Obasanjo's picture there. How I wish Olusegun Obasanjo ruled this this day, just maybe this place would have been a better place. Don't mind him. Is because he's with them. That is why he said that we stay together in poverty. I strongly believe that the president and his vice presidents are on different page concerning the way forward for Nigeria. Pastor Osinbajo is God-fearing, very refined and diplomatic. He is, of course, the opposite of the clueless, crude, and illiterate Buhari, who believes that the means of brute force can earn him his heart desires. But if Buhari is clueless, is an illiterate, why would a old professor, a well-read, refined, just like you have said, agree to work under such a person who does not have a foresight? How do you, who is to be blamed? Is it not the person who is more qualified than the person that he wants to go and be a boss under him, or wants to be whatever he wants him to be his boss? So who are you to blame? Someone say, what really is God fearing about a man who compels people to be part of a country they absolutely detest? Yes, they detest it because all of them, you talk about buy Nigeria, grow Nigeria, they don't patronize their country. They don't even love their country. If you love your country, why would you send your children abroad? All of them, that is what they say. Oh, they will not come and tell you that everybody is free to do this. You will lead by example. You don't tell us that. If you love that your country so much, why is it that every now and then you go for vacation, you go for all manner of things over there? That's why somebody is asking that question. They don't like they don't like their country. Pastor Shibajo is God-fearing, very refined and diplomatic. Why all these praises for a thief? He stole 90 billion naira, aligned with Magu, and get a share of 40 billion naira. Wow, were you there? Well, sir, he is not the one that is compelling us to be one country. It is the British that forced the union together over 100 years ago. Note, the VP and deputy governors have no role to play in governance. It is their principals that assign them rules if necessary. Okay. But if your boss is telling you or doing things that is not in accordance with you being with somebody who is that you really fear God, what is the next thing? Is it a sin for somebody to say, no, I cannot cope with this kind of a thing, then I resign? Is it a sin? But the way he comes out is he enjoys it, he loves it. So you don't expect people not to say, oh, because of this thing, because if he wants to resign, he will resign. You can't say because he does not have a much say, then the blame should not be put on him. If really is patriotic and knows the right thing, or he feels that what is being done by his boss and the people that are working together with, the best thing is for him to resign. But for the fact that he's still there, that means he loves what is happening. So you can't even make excuse for him. You can't defend him in line with that. Your body language and that of your principal says otherwise. Like I said, what they say is different from what they do in reality. They just tell you what you want to hear, what is to be told. They will just tell you, and that is it. It does not go with action. They don't mean what they say. It looks like you just want to bring policies that would bring suffering to the citizens, and you are here talking about stronger in unity, where you keep mute in your and you're killing people killing you keep mute in your people being killed by your master's kinsmen, but add courage to reply other statements. Since April last year, Osinbajo has have you been to your office? I stand with Nnamdi Kanu. The main problem now is not unity. Please, dear Vice President, with due respect, address the issue of insecurity in Nigeria, where people are wantonly killed daily. They follow it up with honesty, truth, and love. Then unity will fit in on its own. Osinbajo, somebody is telling him what to do. This is well, really, really well.